morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you both so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads. Oh, you having a baby? Right. Thank you, little lads. You're delicious and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they, my delicious little babies? Now then, look at this. I flipping bumped my head, haven't I? Look at that. Flipping bumped it. I'm always flipping doing it, and you know, like if you're cleaning out cupboards or you're doing something, and sometimes I just do not flipping spare a thought, my delicious little babies, and I flipping go like this, bump my head. Anyway, not to worry, my delicious little babies. It's only a little bump, you know what I mean? It'll soon go. Anyway, now then, my delicious little babies. So I woke up this morning. What's that song? I'm just trying to think of some winter songs. It may be winter outside, but in my heart it's spring. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Snowing, my delicious little babies. Now then, I know that before they've said that you know, that it's going to snow, and then it doesn't snow. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? And usually around the fake Crimber, you know, what some would call Christmas, Crimber, one's place bets to see if it's going to snow on Christmas Day. You know, me personally, I cannot remember. I'll have to have a look actually and see when it last snowed on the fake Crimber Day, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so it's nearly, 12:30 in the afternoon in our old England today, my delicious little babies. Now, just to mention, God bless our dear Richard Verbs and his dear little wife-to-be, little Julia, God bless. They're such a beautiful couple, you know. Anyway, I mean, I do not know them, you know, clearly, but I just really feel that dear Richard and dear little Julia, you know, what they do is they give out, I feel, positivity. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? You know, in this bonkers, crackers and crazy world, you know. But he does do some brilliant videos, my delicious little babies. So please, if you could be, you know, so very kind, you know, to please and thank you, maybe give a donation, you know, because I'll repeat again, his channel very sadly has been demonetised. So there's no ka-ching, 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 okay? He has tried to sort it out, God bless him, but no, YouTube does not feel that he can have his ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching back, my delicious babies. It's so sad, but there are others who are donating to him. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? So God bless them all, you know, and God bless dear little Richard and his dear little wife-to-be, little Julia, okay? Lovely they are. I just love listening to the videos. You know, it's full of there we are, positivity. Do you know what I mean, okay? Instead of just chatty, you know, trying the best to find solutions to the problems. Do you know what I mean? It's like mathematics, isn't it? That's the old-fashioned saying. To every problem, there is a solution, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so yeah, this morning, my delicious little babies, there is on the bars outside of my flat, my delicious little babies, you know, out the front. Yes, somebody's left some pink, you know, those what are called, earmuffs, you know, pink fluffy earmuffs with a bit of sparkle on them, my delicious little babies. Very strange, actually. Nobody's ever done that before, my delicious little babies. So, you know, but, you know, show must go on. Do you know what I mean? Maybe somebody will come and collect them later, I should imagine. Do you know what I mean, okay? Because, you know, if you look at pink earmuffs, well, you know, it's like, you know, we could say, you know, as well as the obvious to keep your ears warm, my delicious little babies, we could also say that somebody's there we are listening, do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies. Anyway, I'm not going to get myself het up today because I'm in a super duper and happy mood, my delicious little babies. Now then, so yeah, I've been looking at Maya Tusi, God bless him, you know what I mean, he still keeps going as well, my delicious little babies. Anyway, and he's up to, because our lovely Richard Verbs, he's got 243, not in that way with anybody, 243,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies, and Maya Tusi is now up to 723,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Okay, so God bless. He's in London today. I've been looking at a bit of the video of Maya's, God bless. And apparently, which we've been hearing anyway over the days, but our English farmers are there to protest. Well, I tell you what, it must be the most silent protest I've ever seen, my delicious little babies. Of course, I was only about a quarter into it, okay? Well, I'd hate to see, you know, when it's a real protest, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? And if you was to listen to our dear Richard Verbs, God bless, he's done saying it. It's all ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense. Because I'm the same, my delicious little babies. I've never been to a protest, okay? But I certainly get, you know, because dear Richard, God bless him, over the months, has been saying this. And I totally agree. I totally agree with you, dear Richard. Do you know what I mean? The point is, if you're asked, you know, to come on a certain day, and then where you've got to position yourself and everything like that now, well, that's not really a protest, is it, my delicious little babies? I do not feel so anyway. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if you look in France, okay, my delicious little babies, because you'd see a lot of that on BitChute, my delicious little babies, let me tell you, they do not ramp, you know. And let me tell you, I mean, they get all, what's it called? Rewind and start again, see stumbling here. Manure, sorry, I couldn't get my words out then. Manure, okay, my delicious little babies, yeah. And they shovel it all, and then they flipping F it straight at the buildings, my delicious little babies. They do not ramp, you know what I mean, okay? Because, you know, the French are well known, aren't they? For, you know, where they can get a rather upset, shall we say. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? So they're probably looking at this protest, do you know what I mean? And they're probably saying to themselves, poor things. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because like I just said, with France, there we are. They do not ramp. They do it, there we are, good and proper, you know what I mean? So that the governments know, do you say? Whereas this, well, you know, it doesn't look to myself, my delicious little babies, of much of a protest. You know, it seems to me as though, you know, well, what's the word that I've just got came into my noddle? Bowing, you know, where you bow to somebody, yes, or something. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? That's, there we are, how it's done looking to myself, my delicious little babies. And I'm pretty sure that for others watching it, there we are, they would totally agree with what I've just said, my delicious little babies. I mean, I know that, you know, they've had to get up early and everything, you know, so God bless the farmers, because we need the farmers, but however, but to myself, they're stood in the cold in London, okay? Well, it's very cold in London, isn't it, in that old Parliament? Mind you, you know, they have all the heating and everything in there, don't they, my delicious little babies, at everybody else's expense, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? When they want to leave our elderly, God bless them, you know, without their heating allowance, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? But they are as cosy as toast in there. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So the way I see it is, you know, our putrid effing government in England, you know, they're probably just, you know, not being nasty, behind closed doors, they're probably taking the effing pee and laughing their effing heads off. Do you know what I mean? While they're sat in the warm, looking at these, which does not look like very much, I'll repeat again, a protest to me, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? And that's what I'm going to say. But, you know, I'm not being disrespectful to the farmers. No, I'm not. But the way I see it is, you know, and I totally agreed on one of Richard's videos, God bless, you know. It's the sort of thing now where you just land when nobody knows that you're landing. Do you see what I mean, okay? That's just my saying, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? Because that's how the French do it, my delicious little babies. You know what I mean? Just to get the point across that they're not happy. Do you see, okay? But, you know, God bless, you know, farmers and everything. I will always say that. But anyway, you just have to take a look yourself, my delicious little babies, and, you know, whatever your thoughts are. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you say it? Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Now then, my delicious little babies, I've only got 2 pieces of, sorry, excuse me, information today. I'm just going to have a little bit of vitamin C, my delicious little babies. Please and thank you. 2 sips, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so these 2 pieces of information. So the first one, my delicious little babies. Now, you're probably going to wonder to yourself, well, what's this crazy woman talking about, my delicious little babies? Well, here's the thing now. This came up on my feed, my delicious little babies, okay? And I see this as being, for myself, very creative, very, well, it's very clever, actually, my delicious little babies, okay? So if you've got the correct tools, you know what I mean, you can do something like this, my delicious little babies. So this uploader happens to have 285,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? In the older YouTube space bar, please and thank you. Should anybody happen to have any form of an interest, it is, that doesn't mean no, it is nearly 15 minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? Creative space, inventions space, and then these are all in capitals: L for Lima, M for mother, T for Thomas, and N for November. Okay, my delicious little babies. So it's creative inventions, LMTN, and with that it has like a little white tick and a black circle. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now the video should read, okay, this was put up a little while ago, okay, not today, my delicious little babies. Millions of, we don't like that word, but anyway, millions of people do not know this knowledge. 3-in-1 waste oil heater. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that once again for you, okay? Millions of people do not know this knowledge. 3-in-1 waste oil heater. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, I looked at some of the comments because, like I say, I do not look at a lot. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? But you know, it's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, you watch a video like this, my delicious little babies, okay, where somebody has gone to all of that effort, okay? Because me personally, I wouldn't know the first thing, you know what I mean? I'd have to stand with somebody to see how they do it, okay? Because that's how my noddle usually works, my delicious little babies, okay? But you're always going to get one, aren't you, my delicious little babies? Some mothers do have them. You know what I mean? So instead of praising, you know what I mean, to say, you know, like others did, do you know what I mean? And somebody put, you know, just ignore, you know, words to affect the well, it's negative comment. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, if they could do a better job, get off their arse and then do a better job. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But you had other comments, there we are, where there was very thankful for the video. Do you see what I mean? But some mothers do have, and we go back to this. You know, that's what happens on videos, my delicious little babies, for some. You know, instead of appreciating the time and effort that has gone in, do you know what I mean? What they do is they just put a horrible comment, my delicious little babies. Do you see? They're not getting, there we are, the effing point. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I personally thought that was, there we are, a really good video, and it would come in especially handy with, you know, what they're trying to do. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Because, of course, you know, they're wanting to get rid of, I've been saying this over the months, my delicious little babies, and so have others, God bless, okay? You usually hear about a lot of it on BitChute, okay? Where they want to get rid of our gas boilers, you know what I mean? And then to put in these silly flipping pumps. You know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just the same as the silly little Lego electric brum brums wheels, my delicious little babies. About as much use as a flipping effing ashtray, stumbling there, on a motorbike, my delicious little babies, or a chocolate teapot, which is flipping effing no flipping use at all, my delicious little babies. And I certainly would not want to be living next to somebody with a electric, and those PowerPoints. No, I would not. I mean, if that was to go up, the house would go up, everything would just go poof. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, with a very large bang, and you cannot put the fire out, my delicious little babies, okay? So, yeah. So I thought that was a very good video, my delicious little babies, but please, and it would come in handy, as another way of heating one's home or something. Do you know what I mean? If it's done all correctly. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then. But personally, I do not feel that they'll get rid of the boilers anywhere, my delicious little babies, because let me tell you, there will be flipping, there we are, uproar about it. Do you know what I mean? Okay? Because boilers, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense, have worked marvellously for decades, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and of course you have others where they heat their homes in a different way, with the logs, the log burner fires and everything. Yes, well, they wouldn't be very happy little bunnies either, my delicious little babies, do you say? But this is the putrid, you say. Do you know what I mean? What they're wanting to do to everybody. It's absolutely disgusting, my delicious little babies, do you see? Anyway. And finally, God bless, but like I say, not in that way, not in that way. God bless. This one has 1 subscriber, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay, I've checked it again today, and it's still at 1, and I put a like. Do you know what I mean? Okay, but they've only had one like, my delicious little babies. Well, we all know what it's like, when you first start out, to try to get subscribers and everything, my delicious little babies. But please God, that one's, subscribe to the channel. Do you see what I mean? To help the upload, God bless. So this is on BitChute, my delicious little babies, and please and thank you if anybody can, because I know that there'll always be some ears listening. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then, this is under health and medical. Now it's about just over 59 minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? So the uploader is called right, it's all together, okay? There's no spaces, okay, my delicious little babies. Save, we don't like that word, it's what they've named us. I would have preferred to say mankind, but you know what I mean. Save humanity now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, and that's numbers. So words and numbers. Save humanity now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my delicious little babies. And like I said, God bless. They've got 1 subscriber. May they prosper, God bless. Do you see what I mean? Because, they're doing it out of their time, putting videos up, for others to watch. Do you see what I mean? Okay? So God bless. May they prosper. The video should read, my delicious little babies, burn all of Big Pharma's C19, I'll say. Okay, my delicious little babies, bioweapon shots and commercials, especially from Pfizer. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, okay? Burn all of Big Pharma's C19 bioweapon shots and commercials, especially from Pfizer. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, Stu, that doesn't mean no. Stu Peters is talking to, God bless her, Dr. Carrie, who I have mentioned previously on my videos over the months, okay? And I've recently mentioned her, okay? So I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to find it on Stu space Peters space bar BitChute. So then you should have reached your destination. I'm pretty sure you should be able to find it on his channel. God bless. But with this one, okay, I happen to see it on this new little uploader. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Now, Dr. Carrie is talking to Stu Peters, okay, and I'll always say God bless her. I have a high respect for that doctor, okay? There's very few who I do. Do you know what I mean? Everybody knows my feelings on it. Anyway, my delicious little babies. And, yes, and she's explaining, rightfully so, that, you know, that there's certain things that should not be in any of our bodies, my delicious little babies, okay? Put it that way, okay? Now, I remember seeing her years ago, and she was getting really, really emotional. No, she did. She cried, you know, when she was shown what's inside of them. Some things, shall we say, my delicious little babies, do you see what I mean, okay? She literally cried, okay? And even when she was interviewing another woman, that was years ago, my delicious little babies, Dr. Carrie, you know, she got emotional then, you know, because, you know, we are mankind, you know what I mean? And we should not be tampered around with, my delicious little babies, do you know what I mean? Or experimented on. That doesn't mean no without our knowledge, my delicious little babies, do you see? But it's a really banging video, my little lovelies that you all are, do you know what I mean? Please, if you could, just a little bit of time out your day or night, just to please and thank you, just take a listen, okay? Because this is extremely serious, okay? Now, my video should be able to stay up, because certain others can keep theirs up. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And they can say the full words, but I cannot. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Do you see? Anyway, not going to keep going on. Oh, and finally, that's it. There is a couple of finalies. A couple of finalies. We can only have one final at a time. Anyway, I do come out with some silly things sometimes, my delicious little babies, okay? Usually be flipping me gob, you know, goes faster than, do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I know what I mean. So David Ark, he's now up to 111,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies, on BitChute, my delicious little babies. So you'd only need to put David Ark, okay, then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. This is all to do with Lark, and God bless them all, and his dear little sons, dear little Gareth and dear little Jamie, and not in that way, but you know, I just love the videos. I love to listen to the videos, do you know what I mean? Okay, very educational, do you know what I mean? Yes, okay. And he's talking to two other men, is our dear David, and well, there's one, and he anyway, it's all to do with the simulation. Now, this video is nearly an hour and a half long, my delicious little babies, okay? It's a very interesting video to listen to, my delicious little babies, because for myself, and my dear dad, actually, right, I believe that there is others out there, my delicious little babies. I do not believe that it is just us. I've always thought that, my delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? And of course, back in, when was it, 2019, something came to visit me twice, my delicious little babies. It was the most strangest that I've ever known. Do you know what I mean, okay? And I know that I saw it twice, my delicious little babies. Once when I was sat down, and then another time when I was in bed. That was the strangest thing. It was like hovering right over me, like, you know, like... That's how it was going, my delicious little babies. I know it sounds really mad to you, but there we are, genuinely what happened, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? So yes, I'm all ears, you know, because I'm very fascinated, do you see what I mean, to listen about different things, do you see what I mean? But that was another banging video. So Dr. Carrie and Stu Peters, you know, well, that video is a banging video to listen to, my delicious little babies, and of course, you know, with our dear lovely David Ark and his dear little sons, okay? But like I said, they're not on this video. He's talking to two other men, but a really interesting video to listen to, my delicious little babies. Anyway, and then finally, so I had to pop into Brum, you know, Brum, yesterday afternoon, my delicious little babies, anyway, because I needed to go and get my material. Of course, it's in the washing machine now. Ready for my sewing class this evening, my delicious little babies, you know, and I managed to get red material, okay? And I was really quite surprised, even though the main market was not open, okay? It doesn't, because I heard somebody else complaining actually. They went into this little clothes shop next to the market, and he said, I've come all the way from Coventry. He said to come to the market. He said just to find that it's closed. Do you see what I mean, Martinish babies? And I thought, well, join the flipping club because I've just had the same thing. Do you see what I mean, Martinish babies? Anyway, but this same man there, God bless him, in his clothes shop, because I asked him, I said, do you know anywhere where they'll sell material? And he said, well, if you go into the fish market. So I went in there. Anyway, flip me. I mean, God bless. I mean, I eat fish, but not meat, you know. Anyway, this is not a video on, fish and meat, okay? My delicious babies, but God bless, you know. Well, all really. Anyway, my delicious babies, but so I walked in and flipped me. The smell just flipping smacked me straight in the flipping bird trays. I mean, honestly, if I could have held my breath for all that time, I would have done. I mean, the smell was just absolutely horrendous. And I just thought, well, I need to get in and get out and then go home, you know, from where I was, to go home. And what I did, because as soon as I came in, because I took all my life, you know what I mean? So I put everything in the wash, you know what I mean? My coat, everything, do you see what I mean? Okay, because of the smell. Because I do not like smells. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies, not bad smells anyway. But in this place where I never knew that this man, God bless him, in his shop, okay, told me, he said, I think that there's a material place in there. So I went in. Anyway, fast forward, I managed to get 2.5 yards. Okay, I was supposed to get 3 yards. But anyway, the thing is, the other materials wasn't the right material. Do you know what I mean? I know what material I was looking for. Do you see what I mean? Yes. Anyway, and guess what? 2.5 yards only cost me £9.98. A tenner. My delicious babies. That was really good, wasn't it? Do you see what I mean? Okay, so yeah. Because, I mean, you know, I'm going to be making this dress. I mean, of course, you know, I'm not making it all in one go, you know, this evening, my delicious babies, okay? You know, I have to do it step by step, but yeah. But eventually I'll be able to show you what it looks like, my delicious babies. It's a nice red, actually. It's a darker red. I've got a jumper in that colour, okay? It's a nice red. Do you know what I mean? But because I thought, well, shall I have black or shall I have, you know? And then I was looking at some like little sequins, shiny sequins, and I thought, you know, shall I have that as like a, you know, like a lining sort of, you know what I mean? So, it, you know, around the neckline, do you see what I mean? And I thought, no. I thought, Carla, do not be too adventurous. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got to learn how to do this first. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, but it was good to know. And he said, you've never been here before, you know, he's Asian man, God bless. And I said, I didn't even know that you existed. Do you know what I mean? And he said, we've been here 15 years. I said, I never knew. And I said, but I shall come back. You know, he does all types of different materials. Do you know what I mean? Yes, okay. But it was nice to have a little look at. But like I said, I couldn't stand there all day. I did actually say that to them, that, you know, because there was 2 men. And I said, who own their, you know, their stall. I said, I couldn't stand here all day. I said, it would make me ill. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? The smell was absolutely, gosh. I'm so glad to get out of there, my delicious little babies. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, my delicious little babies, for today. But, you know, I mean, the poor little fish and that, you know what I mean? But anyway, but my point is, in all of this, I'm so glad that I went yesterday and not today, my delicious little babies, because I hate going there. I absolutely despise going into town. Anyway, I've got to tell you this. So I was walking back to the bus stop now, and anyway, and so because on the way into town there was loads of Nina, the old bill, what I call the old bill, you know, police cars. So I happened to ask somebody, you know, so I said, well, so what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so your man there, he was just saying, I don't know. You know what I mean? And he says, but his words was, he said, you know, he said Birmingham, he said he's becoming more like London, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Anyway, so like that was that. And then I got on the bus, and then because it was rather crowded, you know. Anyway, and so I sat down, and I sat next to another man. And anyway, so I was talking to him. I said, you know, I said, I'll come and sit down. Yeah, and he was explaining to me, God bless, you know, that his legs are bad, and and you know, he'd been on drugs, you know, for years and years and years. He said it's the worst thing, he said, that I've ever, you know, done in his life. Do you know what I mean? And he wished that he'd never taken any. But he was explaining that he's got all ulcers, you know, on his legs, and he said, and I can hardly walk. He's only in his early 40s, my delicious little babies, okay? So, but I talked to him. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, because I'm not rude like that, you know what I mean? And I said to him, I says, you know, I said, well, hopefully you'll be able to get some, you know, and I was explaining, you know, to do with other things, you know, like healthy, you know, for him to try that, you know what I mean, to help to heal his legs, God bless, do you know what I mean? But imagine being just in your 40s, but God bless him, do you know, and I will say that, you know, because if you was to walk around, you know, and especially in town and everything, and you used to see like some of the homeless, and you know, and you can quite clearly see that some of them are on her drugs. Do you know what I mean? It's really not a very nice life at all, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? But you know, please God, that you know, he will be able to get himself better. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? He got off the stop before me. You know what I mean? But I did feel sorry. Do you understand what I mean? I know that for some they say, oh well, you know, they've made the bed, basically, you know, they've made the bed and now they're lying in it. But no, it's not as easy as that, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? It's really not as easy as that at all, my delicious little babies, you know, and to see what some go through. Do you know what I mean? It's really sad, okay? Anyway, so the snow, well, it still seems to be, it doesn't seem to have melted yet, okay? So, because it's still quite cold outside. Oh, and one last thing I wanted to tell you, you know, the dear lady who I always wave to, we always wave to each other. Oh, God bless the beautiful dear little soul. Because it was the 18th of November yesterday, wasn't it? 2024, God bless her. Well, her relatives, well, basically, she's gone into a home as of yesterday, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just really sad. And I would never have known, you know. I said, we, you know, I said, well, I thought you would have come round. I said, and, you know, just to let me know that, you know, that she was leaving, do you know what I mean? Because it would have been nice for her to come in and have a cup of tea with me, you know what I mean? But, yeah. But when her dear husband was alive, God bless, she never had anything wrong with her memory, nothing at all. But when he passed, God bless, okay, which is just over a year ago now, because it was this month, you know, the month of November when he passed very sadly. God bless his dear little soul, and God bless her beautiful dear little soul. Do you know what I mean? They were together and married, you know, and everything. 67 years. That's a long time, my delicious little babies. And but in this just over a year, there seems to be many changes, my delicious little babies. Do you say? And I did actually say to them, I said, please, I said, I beg you with the Lord of mercy. I said, please do not let her have any at all. Okay? I said, and also, I said, please keep an eye on her medication. That's what I said. My delicious little babies, but apparently she's going to somewhere, this mansion or something, you know, and but I said to her, I said, are you looking forward, you know, because I give her hugs and kisses. I said, are you looking forward, I says, to, you know, going to your new home? She said, what new home? Just seems very strange to me that in just over a year, when there was nothing wrong with her mind at all, nothing wrong at all, okay, that now she, you know, has got this dementia. Just seems that we are extremely odd to myself, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? But her, you know, her family members were explaining, you know, that they cannot be there all of the time. Okay, you know, we get that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, just anyway. But I felt really sad, you know, because I'm just not going to see her anymore. Do you understand what I mean? And we always wave to each other, even when I walk round. Do you know what I mean? Always waving and blowing each other kisses. Do you see what I mean? It's just so sad. But I did say to them, I said, well, please, could you let me know how, you know, she's getting, you know, on in the home? And they said yes, but the chances are they probably will not let me know. You know what I mean? Because they never let me know. Do you know what I mean? It's only because somebody had knocked on my door and I happened to come back from walking my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, because my beautiful and delicious little amazing who can walk south, that somebody had knocked because they were walking around the lakes with their beautiful little baby as well. Do you see what I mean? They said, oh, do you want to come and have a walk around the lakes? So like little Rubes had one walk and then we went out for another, and that's the only reason how I got to find out. Look at that. My delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. So that's the end of my video for today, my delicious little babies. I'm just going to do another, I'll do a reading today. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm going to be covering Aries. Okay, my delicious little babies. So wherever you are in the world, have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life. Okay, my delicious little babies. And whether it is morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, have a super duper delicious time. Okay, whatever you're doing. Okay, and I hope that the weather is better wherever you are. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, but it is that time of year, isn't it? You know what I mean? But I think it's rather odd. I think last year it was warm in November, my delicious little babies. Okay, but this year it is colder. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway. And sending each and every one of you peace, love, harmony and bright blessings, okay? And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected, okay? So until my next video, you please just take care. But please, those 2 videos, you know, it's very important. Do you know what I mean? I see it as very important. Anyway, my delicious little babies, and, you know, of course, other uploaders, they will equally see it as important as well, my delicious little babies, okay? But we have to get this out. Do you see what I mean? Okay, it's very important to do so. Do you see? Anyway, so much love. God bless. Take care. Love you all. Goodbye.